Welcome to the channel, Trader Jan speaking. I do the market preparation for the 4th of December. I record that market preparation on the 7th of December. Reason being that I've been working on over the last 3 weeks on the topic of market preparations, of mapping the market. I developed an indicator for that one, which shows me actual liquidity on the market, not like Bookmap, which shows the intention, means limit orders. But this one here shows actual trading activities happened on the market on those price levels. And I use those to map the market and to find out places, to find out locations where the market might react and where I then can do some trades. Looking at the overall picture, this one is the daily chart here on the top left side. We were in a range here over the last couple of days, and now is the big moment here. Will the markets go out of that range and break that high from about a week ago, or two weeks ago, or even 3 weeks ago, and or will the markets move further down here? So the range here is quite an interesting one. Let's extend that picture here. It's quite an interesting one because it has this limit up here, and it has the rejections here, and it has the rejections up here. So that's range going to be very interesting to see over the last couple of days if the market goes up or if the market goes down. So below here, I would be short. Up here, I would be long. Within that area here, I would expect some up and down over the next couple of days, as long as those are not broken. So range here, bullish here, bearish here. Looking at the daily chart, let's activate our areas which we defined so far. Our locations. We have those yellow lines which are coming from previous the review of the previous trading day, and I was wondering why that market actually got rejected here, and we go to the left side here, and here is the same area which got rejected. It is actually an area of interest because there has been a lot of volume traded here, so no wonder in the middle of that range the price got rejected. That's about 100 ticks. So I would suspect that range keeps being interesting. But I wouldn't actually let me put a little. This looks like an exhaustion area. And so now the big question is, what do we do with these areas here? So let me change this one here to be a bit more specific. And yep. So I'm gonna changing those areas to be matching with the volume of the last day. So why did I change it that way? Here, let me mark it here. So what I saw here is there seems to be exhaustion over here. There was nearly no volume printed, so that is exhaustion. Then we saw a high volume here, a high volume here, and here and a high volume 2 where the market actually went back and got rejected. That's why I marked this area as well. It was an area of resistance here, and here it's an area of support. So in this line, especially here, it was a lot of volume printed. And this is the 1 hour chart. So then in case the market goes down here, the market has the potential based on those candles here. And the last candles in the market are always the most speaking. I'm suspecting this one is an exhaustion area because of the volume is much less here. So in case the market goes down here, it's going to be either rejected or going to go down because of exhaustion. So it's going to absorb here, and here, let's see what the reaction going to be there. Then I mark this area down here. Actually, I'm going to change that area here to this high volume area from the day before. So I'm suspecting that there's going to be some reaction on this high volume. And here, that's the one from the day before. I go a little bit lower here and take that one into the area. See here a bit lower volume based on the volume profile here, based on the market map. Okay, so that is for the 1 hour chart. And let's look a little bit more detailed on the 15 minutes chart, which we actually use for the trading. Now, this market map here, that is actually independent of the time frame because volume has been printed, and I show cumulative volume here. Like here, you see the volume came already here with that candle which went down here. The volume started to build up already in that candle. Here, you see the red part here, the heat map started here, so it's the big volume came here, and then the rest was coming later. This area here was not really interesting at that moment, but it looks like volume had moved up later on. So I would suspect in that area here that the market gonna react at some point. So here, big volume had been put in, and even more volume were coming in there later on. So, but if we see this one in relation to all the others, then we see this is quite a lot of volume compared to if I include all the other days as well. Let me change that. Yeah, okay. So this is a high intensity area here. So it makes sense to have this area in between, which is 44 ticks. They're going to be up and down here in this area at the beginning of the new trading day. Let's see what happens. Those are the locations for the ES markets in preparation for the 4th of December. Let's see. See you back down at the trading floor.